Well, I have officially started doing Lyft as a driver, and tonight was my first night behind the wheel transporting local members of the community. And I gotta say, after only having been a rider on Lyft before, I can definitely see things differently from the driver perspective. Whenever I was a passenger, I was always out waiting for my ride. I always knew exactly where I was going. I made it easy for my driver because I appreciated the service they were offering, and at the same time, as a mature, responsible adult, I didn't want to waste anyone else's time, let alone mine. But I gotta say, from my own passengers tonight to this morning, there are certainly people who strive to make the job harder than it needs to be. They type in the wrong location and they don't know where they're going. They're not looking out for their driver, so I'm waiting for them and trying to tell them where I am. Oh, yeah, and the cherry on top of that, when they come into my car, sweaty and dirty, they put their shoes on my seats. They get my mats completely dirty. And then the conversation is not only awkward and about some weird ass shit that people shouldn't talk about, let alone around strangers they don't know, but loud and obnoxious. I mean, I was hearing ringing in my ears throughout the ride. Oh, and here's another thing. Only one person's in the picture because only one person booked the ride, but on two different trips, I had 7 people get in my car and then 5 people get in my car. And I'm just saying this right now, I'm not having any more than one person in my car at a time. So if you're not the one who booked the ride, you're not getting in my car. I mean, you guys should really put yourselves in the driver's position. I don't know your friends, I don't know your boyfriend, I don't know your girlfriend, I don't know you. But you're the one who booked the ride, so you're accounted for. Unaccounted for strangers in my car, that's liability all around. They could damage my car, they could get sick in my car, act crazy, aggravate me. You know what I mean? Cause an accident. It's just too much risk. And besides, I mean, if you guys are all going out together because you're adults and you have money, why be so cheap as to only pay $8 for 7 people to cram in someone's car? Like, do you think that's responsible or respectable or even realistic? No. I mean, why couldn't 3 people have booked 3 different rides? That way everyone could have sat comfortably and nobody would have felt disrespected in their car. I mean, these are things I just never did as a passenger, so seeing that as a driver for my first night, I definitely know my official rules of do's and don'ts, and I'm going to type them up and put them in my back seat so all my passengers can see. Because, understand, a service is being provided to you because you either don't drive, don't have a car, or chose to not drive that night. So respect and appreciate the human being who's coming to pick you up in their property, in their vehicle. You paying for the ride is merely to cover for someone's time and gas and the miles put on their car. You paying for that ride could not cover any damage you could possibly cause, does not cover the inconvenience of someone losing peace of mind due to the stress you could cause throughout the ride, and it damn sure doesn't make you buy that person's car for the time you're in it. So always remember, you're with a complete stranger in their car, so respect their car. And I have a nice new SUV and I keep it clean, so it's like, all the more reason, I don't want anyone who's not booking the ride in my vehicle, and I don't want people cramming in my vehicle or putting their feet on my seats, or dirtying my mats. Like, I mean, you should be able to see if your shoes are disgusting or not. Like, don't do that to somebody's mats. Like, it's a matter of respect, guys. No matter what business you go to or what product or service you're purchasing, we're always dealing with other human beings. This is a society. This is what this means, is to live in harmony and treat each other with equality. So what does that mean? That means while we're living together and working together in this society, our community, we should treat each other with equal respect that we would expect to get ourselves. So if I was in your car, you wouldn't want me to cram 7 different strangers in there that you don't know, when only I booked the ride. You wouldn't want me to get your mats dirty or put my dirty shoes on your car seats. You wouldn't want me to be yelling and screaming at the top of my lungs like I'm still in the club, burning the ears, ringing your ears. Like, you wouldn't want me to disrespect you, so don't disrespect me and don't disrespect your other drivers. Because I don't know if you know this, but the ride can get canceled at any time. And if you get kicked out of the car and you're left stranded somewhere, you have no one else to blame but yourself. Don't disrespect people, because respect is everything. And if you cause a problem, prepare to get your consequence. You're not special. You're not above the law.